Okay, we're live.
Well, this is one way we can come through the back door. All right. Says
Uh,
we're live.
we're live.
All right. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTubes? We're doing this a little bit different than we normally do it. Um, you had a little technical difficulty, Billy, but I tell you what, you give us an obstacle and we can overcome it. I, I
Uh,
want to see if anybody can hear me. We're trying this a little bit different way. I'm actually on the call board, and we got a new calling number. What's that number, Billy?
hey, man, well, you're right. We did. When did you change? You sent it to me
In the
earlier.
ticker.
It is totally different. That number is 865 424 1342.
All right. Well, we got a lot to talk about. There's nothing really happening this weekend, but some Pee Wee football game between Miami and Florida. That's going on. We gave our pick'ems. Are you going to change your mind on that? You're still riding and taking the points in Miami. Have you changed your mind, Billy?
I'm sticking with it, Bobby. I feel like this is going to be a close game. First I was thinking, well, you know what, this is probably going to be pretty blowout by the Gators. But now that I start being realistic and, like I said, stop going with my heart and start thinking about the money part of it, I'm told you I'm going to win the contest. So it's going to be simple. Everybody, you invited everybody to do this, but man, I'm just telling you, all of mine is I'm gonna have to pay for everybody's mistakes. You know, I'm gonna fill the void, make sure everybody makes some money. So I need you guys to just go ahead and just follow me, and we'll put everybody money in one pot, and we all win.
You do know if you don't win this bet, you only got $150 left.
Bobby, that's it's a reverse psychology part thing. If I lose it, I'm good. Because now you guys gonna think, oh, he's out of it. And then in the next 2 weeks, I realize, oh my God, he's back in it already. And it's a win-win situation for me. I told you. I mean, I promise you, man.
Well, we want to hear from you guys at 865-424-1342. Give us a call. Talk to me and Billy. We want to hear what you think about the Miami versus Florida game tomorrow night on ESPN. And we had something else come up the other day. Old Jim Harbaugh's been running off at the mouth, talking about SEC cheating. I really don't know what exactly he says we're cheating. From what I read in the article, he thinks we're cheating on recruiting. What do you think about that, Billy? Did you see that video I made at that rest area in
Bobby,
Missouri?
I told you I love that video, man. It was so funny, man. And see, the funniest part about the whole video to me, I don't know if you realize it, but the whole time that you're talking, I was just listening. I heard the crickets, the chirping in the background. I'm like, man, that's pretty much what he's how it sounds with him saying that. Everybody is pretty much cheating to get the recruits. And I heard the crickets. I was like, this is too funny, right? And then seeing all the comments was what was funny too.
Somebody put in the live chat over here on YouTube a different phone number. Are you sure we got the right number? It says it on call in studio. It should say our call in number. Do we have the number right?
Oh, I see.
865-424-1342. That's what's in the ticker.
That's what we got.
All right, good deal.
Well,
Well, we got any callers?
let's see. I think we got one caller here right now. I'm not sure where that's from, but let's get it here. They've been on for 2 minutes here. Who we got here today?
It's Luke. What's up, guys?
What's
Hey,
going
buddy.
on?
Now, I know you were talking about Harbaugh earlier. Did y'all hear the news and the rumors about what he's doing with Solomon?
Talk to us.
Well, the rumor is, the news is that he is blocking Aubrey Solomon's waiver from going through because Aubrey Solomon is transferring from Michigan to Tennessee. So the rumor is normally in this case, the school that the transfer is transferring from is supportive of the transfer, which usually leads to it being pushed through. This is not the case in this thing. The rumor is Jim Harbaugh is trying to block Aubrey Solomon's transfer waiver. Um, and he has done this apparently with pretty much every recruit or transfer that is transferred from Michigan. And just now, it's kind of funny. Just now, he on Twitter, his phone number was leaked. It's a whole thing. Harbaugh is facing tons of backlash. And do you think this could be the reason he's blocking this transfer? Is he because he has a grudge against the SEC? Because that's what a lot of people seem to think on Twitter.
Well, I'll tell you this here, man. I mean, if that is the case, I mean, they might as well go ahead and say Michigan ship is about to sink because no recruit is going to trust them or they're going to go there, or anything like that. I mean, they have a situation where they have to transfer. It doesn't even matter if it's another conference now because no one's going to trust him if he's doing it. If that's the legitimate truth, why these guys that are waiting, that's transferred from Michigan to the SEC, he's going to have a long year because those recruits not coming. I'm telling you, I wouldn't go. I mean, I wouldn't even let my kid go if I heard any rumors like that, if that's true.
Yeah. And 5 transfers right now from Michigan. How many of them do y'all think got immediate eligibility so far out of those 5? None. None of them have immediate eligibility. And I think that speaks volumes about what Michigan is doing down there with Harbaugh.
Wow. I just don't
Wow.
understand it.
It's ridiculous. And, Pruitt in his press conference went off today. He was in his press conference. He said he was asked about it directly. And, Pruitt, up to this point, has been pretty laid back on it. That hasn't really snapped much. But during the press conference today, when he was asked about it, he smiled a little and said, the funny thing is, and the question was, is Harbaugh interfering or something along those lines? And he smiled and said, when we had our guys transfer out, like Marquil Osborne, I wrote a letter to the NCAA, which is a statement of support saying, I think this guy should get immediate eligibility. And that's all he said. So he was implying that Harbaugh is not doing that, and Harbaugh's trying to block this whole ordeal.
Wow.
And as a result, a lot of people on Twitter are just going ahead and assuming that. It's getting a little bit crazy over there. And I can tell you right now, if that ends up being the case and Solomon is denied eligibility, and right now most people are saying at this point it's 50-50 if that eligibility is approved or not. It's 50-50. And we're 8 days away. It's ridiculous, first of all, that the NCAA hasn't ruled on him because Aubrey Solomon does not even know if he's playing or not, and the season starts in 8 days. For Tennessee. So that in itself is absurd. And this whole ordeal, Billy, have you ever seen anything like this?
It's the first time I've ever heard of that. I mean, normally when you get a kid, he's transferred to that school, typically, you have to get permission from the school, Hardball or whatever, you have to get permission for the kids to transfer anyway. And if he still have anything that he's holding against the kids whatsoever, that's not fair to the kid. Forget with the SEC, the conference, or anything like that. You have to take care of the players too. I mean, that is what got you there in the first place, the kids. I understand that he transferred from your school. I'm not saying that because he's coming to Tennessee, but if there's another kid, any other conference or whatsoever, he shouldn't do that. And it's just not fair to the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It's gonna come. It's gonna come back to bite Harbaugh. You know, he's done this in the past. When he was at San Francisco, he did a lot of this same stuff. And I don't know if he's doing it for attention. Me and Billy, we were talking before the show, and you really think he's doing it for the attention?
Bobby, that's the thing about now. Today is all about staying relevant. No one has been talking about Michigan. No one has been talking about. The only thing they said about him is the kids leaving, going to other schools or going to the SEC, and I feel like that's what he's doing, man. I mean, he's trying to stay relevant. No one is talking about him up until now, and that's what it is these days. If you're not relevant in the world, the kids are not hearing you or know your name. That's what you got to do. You got to strike a fire somewhere for someone to know about you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
then
I don't know how. What is he actually say? What is he actually accusing of? Accusing of the SEC and Clemson, by the way. Is it? paying players, or what's his deal?
I mean, I haven't heard anything as far as specific what he's talking about, but when I hear words like that, I just think of all of the above. There's nothing that you can say that he didn't say now because if he was going to say the particular thing, he has said it by now. So he's guilty of all charges whatsoever.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Well, if he wants to get some recruits, how about winning his division? And before we let you go, Luke, and do some shout outs on Facebook and YouTube, give me a preview, a prediction of the game between Florida and Miami tomorrow night.
Yeah, I was talking to Uncle Lou yesterday, and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told him. I think Florida wins this game pretty easily. I'm not a big believer in Miami. I think if this game was later in the season, I think the only reason this game is hyped so much is just because it's the first game of the season. I don't think Miami is as good as people are making them out to be. I'm saying Florida wins 31-17, and I hope I'm wrong. Believe me, I would be overcome with joy if somehow Miami won this game and Florida lost.
Man, hey,
But I just don't see it.
wow, Bobby, I tell you this: if that's the score and that what happens, we're all gonna lose.
Yeah, we're all gonna lose.
But I still like
Well,
my I still like my
that's
pick.
the way General is. General always is a party pooper. You know that ever since last year he's been a party pooper. But anyway, I appreciate you calling, Luke.
Yeah, all right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Let's make some shout outs. I'm gonna do YouTube, and then after I'm done with that, you do Facebook. I see we got one of our biggest Georgia fans, SEC dog. He says, "What elite recruits would want to play in the world's largest outdoor refrigerator at Michigan?" Not to mention Harbaugh hanging out in tree houses, talking trash about the SEC makes him look dumber. I agree. Having all these slumber parties. Aaron Ross from Maryville, BVD is here, eating my sandwich. MCD Sports, who else is in here? John Brooks, I saw John Brooks a minute ago. Billy Cole the second. He said he's number 2 in line. Who you got over there on Facebook there, Billy?
Let's see. We got a couple of guys over today. I mean, you got who's that? David Newcomb. What's going on, man? Got one of my top fans, Dustin Graham, in here. Let's see. Got Flint Williams, Jessica Spencer. How you guys doing? Let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got now. I mean, I can't see who's watching right now because I got all these other things going on, trying to run the switchboard and these things. Hey, I'm being all technical up in here, man. It's different today.
Yeah, he's taking my job. I've got a little computer issue. My cable on my computer, the charger cable, broke, and so I'm having to come in the back door. Who we got? Anybody on hold? Bring them on.
Let's see here. Who we got here? All right, caller, you here? Who we got here today?
Oh, I told you, Billy. This is Johnny Majors.
Hey,
You must not have heard the message.
hey, I can see it all,
What's
but
going on,
I
Ken?
see. I know Johnny Major's phone number, and I know that wasn't Johnny Major's number. So I was like, hold up, man, somebody trying to get me.
See, I should have known better. I should have known Billy Ratliff had Johnny Majors' phone number. I think you might have Donald Trump's phone number, but I'm not. I can't swear to that.
Hey, we can find out.
Hey,
And I promise you, we
BBD,
can get it, man.
I've seen his
Say,
contacts. He's got every Tennessee player that you could think of. He's got the phone number to it. I promise you.
oh, I don't doubt it. I hung out with him the other day, and he spent a lot of his time on the phone talking to various old Tennessee players that he used to play with. So I don't doubt it one bit. And while we're on the subject, I'm not going to normally get on your show and plug my channel or anything like that, but today I am, and only for one reason. If you guys, you get to hear Billy in here on these live shows and on the videos, but I personally, and I doubt any of you guys have ever got to hear Billy speak to a team. And if you want to hear Billy speak to a football team, go over to my channel, and it's one of my most recent videos. I think I titled it Billy Ratliff Addresses the Green Devils or something like that. Went in there for about 30 minutes, talked to the team, did a great job. Unfortunately, it didn't help my Green Devils last night. but that's Aaron Ross's fault. I'm putting the loss last night completely on Aaron Ross. He showed up to the game. He's a Maryville fan, and he put the voodoo on us. And because of Aaron Ross, we lost by 2 points.
Hey, I watched the game, man.
Yeah, I
You
heard
guys
old
did a good
Billy did a
job,
good
man.
job. What was it
Come
like
come.
talking to getting in that locker room again, Billy? You get to smell that old
Uh,
locker room smell. Did it get you excited?
Bobby, as soon as I walked into the locker room, that's the first thing you do smell is that just that the pads and sweat. It's an aroma that is not the most pleasant aroma you want to smell, but that's when you know it's football time. And when you smell that, it's time to go. It's man on man. It's time to have fun.
It's the same in every locker room too, isn't it, Billy?
Every last one of them. I don't care where you go. If you got pads in there, you got sweat, it's gonna smell the same everywhere. Unless you go, only thing gonna smell worse is gonna be a skunk coming in there.
I told me and somebody. It might have been Aaron Ross I was talking to about it last night. I don't know, but I told him it's like puppy's breath. It don't matter which one, where you're at. They all smell the same, no matter what. I was teasing. I teased Aaron, about that last night. I do want to give my boy a shout out. He was a trooper last night, man. He showed up. He stayed for the 2 hour lightning delay that we had. He stayed throughout the whole game, and so I really do appreciate you showing up for that last night, Aaron. I'm sorry that our boys disappointed, but they're young. They're gonna learn from it, and they're probably gonna win out after last night. And kind of glad Billy didn't stay. It was an ugly game, man. It was definitely a first game where the penalties were just atrocious on both sides of the ball. But that's the way it happens with these young kids.
Well, I see we have a super chat. Somebody we can always count on. Georgia fan over here on YouTube. Shane Bentley says, "Ladies and gentlemen, football is here. I can't believe I'm excited to see a Florida game. Can't wait to see the dogs. Bring it, Vandy." Thank you there, Shane. Appreciate it. That reminds me, we're going to be launching our fanpride.zone website either tonight or tomorrow. Um, so y'all go check that out. I'm going to make a video as soon as it's live. We're going to be able to do a lot of things back there, a lot of contests, prize giveaways, articles, special content. Um, got a new VFL contributor is going to help. I don't know. Should we announce that, or is that too premature, Billy?
What was that, Bobby? I'm sorry.
Should we announce who our new player is that's going to be joining the show, or is that a little too soon?
So, are you talking about our new guest that we got coming in town, or which one? I mean, we got so many
No,
things
the
going
one
on.
that's going to be doing the show. The show
Ah,
that we're going to start doing. You got to help her.
I,
Remember?
I mean, I was trying to keep it secret,
Talk
man.
to
But
him.
hey, well, hey guys,
Okay, we'll keep it secret.
yeah, we'll bring it out soon,
Keep
man.
it
Hey,
secret.
we got two callers on hold, man. Let's see who else we got here, Bobby.
Yeah, stay on with us, BVD. Bring them on.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, Cardi, we got you on. How's it going, man?
It's going good. Does BVD have to be, does he have his own private line or something he can call into?
Yeah, he's got his own private line.
Oh,
He's
okay.
special.
I understand. Oh, is he? Well, that's great.
What you got, Carter?
Oh, nothing much. Just listening in, and I'm glad that BVD got to come on here and talk. And I don't know. I'm just gonna plug our show if that's all right. And I had a couple questions.
Go.
All right.
Talk
First
to us.
question is for number 40 in the house.
Yes, sir.
I meant to ask you. There's always a thing every year, and you know where Mullen, Tennessee is.
No.
You don't? Okay. Well, maybe you've never been there. But there's a thing that Al Wilson and Ernest Fields do every year. in Mullen, Tennessee, and he brings a bunch of former players in. And I've been to it a few times. I just wondered, have you ever been there? I can't remember what it's called, but they do it in Mullen, Tennessee every year, and there's always a bunch of different players that come and everything like that.
Okay, well, no, I don't think I've been to it, but hey, I would love to do it.
Yeah, it's actually called Dog Days. That's right.
Yeah, Al Wilson
But
from over there near Milan, isn't he? He's from Jackson.
yeah, he's from Jackson, JCM Cougars, I think. Yeah,
What else you
and
got?
well, I was gonna say that our show, generally speaking, the first episode, which you know, Bobby, obviously, it'll be on the website, I guess, whenever it launches, right?
Yep, it'll be on there, and it's a good one too. I listened to it. It took me a couple hours to edit it. Y'all did a really good job. Y'all gonna want to listen to it.
That's right. That's right. BVD, why are you so quiet over there?
I'm just listening to you guys, man. I was gonna wait till you finished and say, I know what time it is. You're supposed to be working right now, son. What are you doing calling in on Catfish's show?
I'm at a high school football game. Hey, we're closed this weekend, all right? We got a festival going on.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's called the Sweet Tea Festival.
Hey, that's right down there in Ross's neighborhood.
I am telling you, they got good. It's the Southern Fried Foods and Sweet Tea Festival. They got fried everything: Oreos, Twinkies, chicken, whatever you want.
Hey, while you're on the line, Carter, I treated Billy to some brisket the other day at Top Choice Barbecue, and I want him to tell you how good that stuff was.
Oh God, here we go.
Hey, it was good, man. I mean, the way I test barbecue is not even about the barbecue, man, because I like flavor. You know, if the meat don't have flavor, I can't do it.
Oh
If it's
yeah.
dry, and that it was good, man. That brisket was really good, and it's very rare that you can find brisket that was as tender as that was. So thank you for
Yeah.
putting me
But
on
was
to
it the best
introducing
you
me to
ever
that, man. I,
had?
I will be back.
Was it the best you ever had, though? Be honest.
Oh, it was good.
I'm taking that as a yes.
Yes.
No, come on now. It ain't the. I'm just trying to tell BVD. I don't disagree that is some really good barbecue you got over there. But until you go to Memphis, Tennessee, and you try some of the spots around there, then I want to see if Greenville's barbecue is the best. That's all.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's the best in the world. I'm just saying it's the best I've personally ever had. And you got to plug your own town. I'm sure Billy says some of the best barbecue in the world's down in Magnolia.
Actually, it's not. It's right here in my house, man.
It's your house. There you go.
Now,
Nobody cooks like Mama, right?
That's
see,
true.
Billy, I was born in Mississippi, so there's some good barbecue in Vicksburg, Mississippi. I won't lie. That's some really good eating over there.
Yep, I've been in Vicksburg. Hey, one of my good friends was from Vicksburg. Old Brian Darden. He played at Tennessee.
Right. I got you.
He didn't. Did he transfer? Is that the one that transferred to Oregon, or was that somebody else?
No, that's somebody else that transferred to Oregon. Brian Darden, he transferred to, I think it was Jackson State. Who was it that transferred to Oregon? I forgot his name. Gosh, Ontario Smith.
Yeah, Ontario Smith. He ended up doing pretty good.
Yes.
Hey, Billy, before I go, were you close with Gerald Griffin?
Yes, I talked to Gerald.
Okay, yeah, him and my dad are real close. They coached together at Riverdale High School in Murfreesboro.
Yep, Gerald.
For a few years.
Good people. Good people, man.
Yep, absolutely. Well, hey, I enjoyed the show. Thanks for letting me on. And y'all have a good one.
All right. Thank you, Carter. We got Uncle Lou's in the house. He's over here talking about something about getting some TVs for all them Tennessee losses. Who else we got there? Lego on Fuego, Michigan fan. He was busting my chops on that video I made. yesterday about Jim Harbaugh. Gate City Blue Devil, Flint's over here. Matt 7397 and Michael Richter. Who else is over there on Facebook? Anybody new?
Let's
Billy?
see. Actually, I got a couple of good new people on me. I see my good friend Troy Dowdy on here. Hey, what's going on, Troy? Tyler Neal's here. And I see Micah Richter's on here. They all watching us right now. I just figured out how to find out who's watching. So this is pretty neat, man. You got me on the electronic boards and stuff. I'm not used to this. So hey, you've been having too much fun, Bobby.
Yeah, it can get kind of exciting behind the scenes. Well, we dropped Carter. Who else we got on hold?
Let's see. Hold on. Here we go. All right, Carla, we're on here. How's it going?
It is going better than BVD's Greenville team had last night.
Oh God, here we go.
Sorry about that, BVD. I texted you before the game and told you if I came and they lost, I'd never come and watch them again.
Oh man.
You got that right.
But
Well, give me a prediction, Aaron Ross. Give me a prediction for the Florida-Miami game.
I predict that Florida will win, but it will be closer than Florida fans are thinking it will be.
Hey, I like that.
I'm just going to come out and tell you guys, Miami's winning this game tomorrow. It's Manny's first game, right? I mean, he's got something to prove. The Canes are going to be fired up. They might be a little undermanned, but I'm not drinking the Florida Kool-Aid. I don't care how much sugar it's got in it. I can't stand the daggone Gators. I'm never going to pull for them under any circumstances. If they were playing the United Taliban team of Saudi Arabia, I'd be waving the Saudi Arabian flag. I'm going to say Miami wins this game 28-24, and I'm going to get off of here and let you guys enjoy the rest of your show. Thanks for having me on, guys, and I'll be talking to both of you soon.
Yeah, you take care, man.
I appreciate it, BBD. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to lose my first bet because on our Bet Now contest, I took the under. I said it was going to come in under 46 points.
Hey,
I
Bobby.
think for the first game of the season.
Hey, I mean, you still got time to change your play, man. You got time to change it. The game hasn't started yet.
No, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with the under. I still feel the vibe, my man.
Oh man, that's good, man. Hey,
I think I agree with BVD in the score of the game. I think it'll be Florida winning 28-24, though. And I think it'll be on a late touchdown that gives them the advantage.
Hey, well,
as painful as that is, because I'll be cheering for Miami the entire game.
Hey, I'm loving these picks even more now, Bobby.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be scoring that high. I just have a feeling it's the first game jitters, and I think both of them have some inexperience. Now, one thing I got to say for Florida, they do have a lot more experience on offense. And Miami, they just announced that Tate Martell is not going to be starting. I think that's going to cause a lot of problems for Miami. But I'm still sticking with my under. I wasn't going to touch the points because a lot can happen. But I think with Miami being real sloppy on offense, I think that's going to keep that point total down. So what are you excited for this coming season? What's the game that Vols play that you want to see the most?
And everybody thinks I'm crazy, and you probably do too. Honestly, it's the Georgia game because we have been playing Georgia very well in recent years. One year excluded, but we don't even count that season anyway. But we played Georgia tough, and I think that we actually have a chance to beat Georgia. Nobody else agrees with me, and I completely understand why they don't. But I think that game will say a lot about Tennessee. We're coming off of a bye week into that game, and we saw what Pruitt did last year at Auburn when coming off of a bye week. I think that's a game that Tennessee has a legitimate chance of winning if they can keep it relatively not low scoring, but like mid 20, 30-point game.
Well, I don't think we're beating Georgia. Yeah, there's a chance. There's that Dumb and Dumber chance. We got a chance. I don't think we beat Georgia or Alabama. I think we have a really good shot against Florida and South Carolina. But tell me this, you're going to come out to our watch parties all day on Saturday, starting at noon at Tap House on Peters Road. We're going to have cornhole tournaments. We're going to watch the Tennessee game. Just have a good time. You need to come out and see us there. And then anybody else out there, next Saturday, first game of the season, we're going to be at Tap House in Knoxville. We're going to be there all the way up through the late game. So if you're going to the game, stop in, see us on your way into the game or on your way out of the game. But we'd love to see everybody. So you need to come see us. It ain't that far, Aaron, from Maryville to Knoxville.
Yeah, I definitely plan on coming out for at least a few games.
Hey, come out with us, man. Have some fun, man.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great night and enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, appreciate it, buddy. Well, I'm trying to watch the live chat and see if I can see any questions over there or any comments. I see Uncle Lou's going at it with a bunch of guys. He's always in our live chat.
He's always
stirring up trouble.
Always, man. Hey, Bobby, I did get a question on mine, man. It's Troy's asking, is there a link for the Bet Now contest? Is there any way that the watchers or listeners can get in and make pick'ems or anything like that? Is that possible?
Yes, when we launch our website, which will be tonight or tomorrow, on the new fanpride.zone, we're going to have some pick'em contests and lots of contests back there where we're going to be picking games for the week. We got the plug-in for our website, Dennis the Digital Brick. He's working overtime. I threw him a curveball 2 days in a row on what I wanted on the site, so he had to go rebuild a lot of stuff. But we're going to have the locker room videos where we're talking to former players. We're going to have lots of contests. Eventually, we'll have some fantasy football back there. We'll have our cornhole tournament standings are going to be back there, and it's going to be actually linked to I think it's called, Billy, and I didn't even know anything about this. I think they call it the American Cornhole Association. We're going to have that for all our watch parties. But, yeah, me and Billy are going to make a video the minute that thing launches, and you guys can go check it out. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
But
Bob,
the contest that he's talking about that we're doing is just other YouTubers, Hound Dogs. Jesse at Hound Dogs is going to in the contest, and basically the person with the most money at the end wins, and then Bet Now will donate those to our hashtag Sam Strong campaign, which if y'all want to help the Sam Strong campaign, I know Troy bought him a Billy Ratliff shirt. Are you still wearing that shirt, Billy, or did you finally have to put it in the washing machine?
Hey, Bobby, I finally retired it, man. I'm actually put it up, and I'm actually going to frame it and put it on the wall, man. So I'll be wearing it from now on.
Awesome.
So it'll always be with the show now.
That's right. Yeah, you can go to our website, volunteerroadshow.com, and buy an autographed shirt with Billy's famous play on the front, and on the back it has jersey size numerals, the big 40 with Ratliff over the top, and hashtag Sam Strong. Y'all can go help us help fight childhood leukemia. So I guess if we don't have anybody on hold, I guess we'll start wrapping this show up.
Okay.
Anybody on hold?
Nobody is on hold, Bobby. Only buddy Just me and you.
Well, what do you got to say before we go? Anything, any last minute things going on in the sports world that we don't, and I haven't been following? What's going on with sports
Well,
right now?
there's
Anything?
there's nothing off the top of the head, but there's one thing I wanted to say to you. You know,
What's that?
I mean, in order for us to go 15 and 0, Bobby, we're gonna have to run the tables, and we can't take Alabama and Georgia off the schedule. So we're beating Alabama and Georgia, man.
That's right. I don't know what was I thinking, Billy. What was I thinking? We are beating Georgia and Alabama, Florida, Missouri, Vanderbilt. We're beating them all. I tell you that right now. Well, anyway, guys, y'all know what's coming next. Before I go, like and subscribe to us. Hit that bell notification. Like and follow us over there on Facebook. But thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. We're going 15 and 0, Billy. I promise you that.
Yes, sir.